It looks like Nappa and Radtiz have been done in. I guess it's up to us, the Ginyu Force, to take care of this once and for all.
Hey everyone, welcome back with Mac, where today we're going to continue our playthrough of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, without the Tenkaichi, by the way. And last week we did the Saiyan Saga. It was a bit different, if you remember correctly. And this is even more different than the original story, as you can tell. The Ginyu Force members, Captain Ginyu himself, and Recome are actually on Earth now, looking for the Dragon Balls themselves. Of course, Frieza's here too, but we'll deal with him when the time comes.
Hey, you must know about the Dragon Balls. Tell me about them.
Who are you? Are you in league with that Frieza guy?
You've got some nerve not calling him Master Frieza. Maybe I ought to reprimand you a bit. The Ginyu Force, Recome!
Come on, guys. What the heck? Goku, what the heck, man? You got some nerve not calling him Master Frieza. You deserve this. So, as you can tell, I think I forget if there was any battle modifiers, that's easy for me to say, last level. But if you don't know, like, we're playing at half health right now. There's a lot of spaces. They have like a purple circle around it, and then the status effect is usually on the side of it. As you can see, there's like a half heart that I'm sitting on right now. You know, there's a lot of different spaces like that. That one by Frieza, that's where you start the battle with 0 ki. Some of them have it where your ki drains, your health drains, and I think that might actually be all the modifiers now that I think about it. And that cutscene we just seen, you know, that was a pretty cool interaction, I think. One of my favorite scenes, or at least one of the scenes I think of whenever I think of this game, probably because it's one of the first ones. But this level is pretty cool. Last time I told you about how there's all these different, you know, depending on who you pick and, you know, their role in the story for that saga and whatnot. Characters actually do have special cutscenes and stuff like that, and different interactions and stuff, and that's kind of adds to the replayability of these games. So Trunks, obviously he wasn't there. He doesn't have any interactions with voice lines and stuff like that. However, I also mentioned that different, you know, effects can change the interaction with the characters. So for example, in this one, if you actually, that's what you get when you talk to Recome first, or you encounter him first. If you talk to Ginyu first somehow, I mean, you literally have to figure out a way to get around Recome to get to Ginyu first. That is actually, there's going to be different dialogue for both of those characters, because that's, you know, just a thing that can happen, essentially, you know. Just something that has more replayability, like, you know, it's actually, it just changes the dialogue, so it's not really too significant, but it's just another example of just the detail-oriented, replayability that this game offers, in my opinion. You know, just to change things ever so slightly. There's a few levels that are like that, you know, depending on who you beat, who you kill, if you fought them or not, whether they're in a dazed state or not. Just small details to add, you know, just a lot of cool different cutscenes in this game, in my opinion. That, you know, a lot of them you can go without ever seeing because of all the stipulations.
So you're Frieza, huh? You're a lot more puny than I thought.
I see, and you're a lot stronger than I thought. I'm a little bit surprised that there's someone in the world stronger than Captain Ginyu. But you are still no match for me.
Maybe, but we don't know that yet.
You've got a lot of nerve.
And as you can see, Frieza's already in his final form here. That's one of the complaints people have about this game, and it is odd, and I do believe that it was pretty much made probably for the purpose of just the story mode in particular, I would imagine. So, you know, obviously they don't have, in the Budokai 1, they had all Frieza's forms. They had first, second, third, you know, final form, 100% full power. This game only has this specific version of Frieza, and I never really cared. That said, I don't play as Frieza, so I mean I can understand why such a major character missing all their transformations would definitely peeve people off. So that's definitely something that I can 100% get behind as a reason as to why people are not as big a fan of these as this particular Budokai game as others. And you'll notice later on that Cell suffers from the same problem, as he's only, he only has his perfect form. So they did fix that in Budokai 3, but the game board story mode for Dragon World, people are not a big fan of that. I disagree. I think this game mode is awesome. The what if storylines, all the replayability with the dialogue and stuff. I think the grind for everything is ridiculous. I think you need to play and get all the Dragon Balls like 40 times if you want to unlock literally everything. The side mode, Bulma's costumes, all the breakthroughs. I kind of went over that in my last video a little bit, but let's see what he has to say.
So, you're the Saiyan who has turned against Master Frieza.
And you must be that Ginyu guy who's friends with Frieza.
That's Captain Ginyu! You'll pay for making fools of us! I'm going to teach you a lesson!
And if you're wondering, the rest of the Ginyu Force never show up in this game if you never played it. That is an issue I've always had with the Budokai games. It makes sense because obviously Ginyu and Recome, I definitely would say, are the most prominent members. Ginyu is obviously the leader. And of course, Recome I think just had the most screen time of an actual fight in comparison to the rest of the characters in the show. I think Burger only had the one fight, Galdo had the one fight, and he was kind of always the clown of the Ginyu Force, despite the fact I think he had a pretty cool ability. And then Jace, he survived a little longer than the others, but he didn't really have any big moment to shine, unlike Recome, who pretty much took out a good chunk of the fighters. But it would have been cool. Apparently there's, it's only hinted at, I'll probably get more into it in my Budokai 3 playthrough whenever that happens. But apparently I think they were planning on maybe bringing the rest of the Ginyu Force in to Budokai 3, and that's just because there's like voice data lines for the rest of the Ginyu Force in for the World Tournament mode in Budokai 3. So like Jace versus Birder, or Goldo versus Birder, something like that. And I think that would have been really cool if they would have been in there. But Budokai 3 has so much cut content that as much as I really want to talk about all of it right now, it's just best to save that for the Budokai 3 videos, which I think I might give these Dragon Ball Z games a little bit of a break though, just because playing one after the other, not that I don't have fun doing it, but I'd like to add a little more variety for my Fighting Fridays, as the other choices have been getting a lot more traction as of late. So I don't want it to be all Dragon Ball Z and then we're tapped out, but maybe I'll even put some pull options on Licensed Thursday.
I see. This guy is better than I thought.
Sorry to ruin your grand entrance, but I'm gonna have to take you out again.
You're certainly sure of yourself. No one's ever spoken to me like that before.
One thing that does bum me out about this game is, we got to see Recome's awesome, super special fighting pose. We don't get to really see that with Ginyu for whatever reason. Like, obviously he still has his moves, but that animation when we're talking to him just doesn't exist for some reason. At least to my knowledge. I could be wrong. It might actually be in one of the alternate dialogue cutscenes, but I can't quite remember, to be honest. And for this playthrough, like I said, I mean, you can watch the whole interactions of, in other videos. People have already posted all the different interactions, all the hidden ones, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not really going to do that and stuff like that. So this is just going to be a fun playthrough. Obviously, I'm Super Saiyan 3, so I'm not really starting from the beginning or doing the canon route or anything like that. It's just, kick butt, grab the Dragon Balls, just have a nice relaxed time. So I don't really intend on doing any of the really extra stuff, especially since, the World Tournament, it's pretty much the same as it was in Budokai 1. So, I'll probably do the Budokai 3 World Tournaments if you guys are interested, especially since they have the Cell games in that one. So, I'll probably, you know, do those, but this one's just gonna be Dragon World. And I might do the side mode as well. We'll see, we'll see. I'm getting way too ahead of myself at this point. And if you're wondering, I'm just trying to get that Dragon Ball right there before I take out Frieza. Because you can have up to, if you miss a Dragon Ball, it's alright, because there's 9 levels. And if you miss them, you can have up to 3 Dragon Balls in one singular level. So you could theoretically save all the Dragon Balls for the last 3 levels, but it's just better to err on the side of caution and try and get them when you can. Alright, I'm going to try and finish in with the Burning Slash this time, folks. And ending on an exciting note here. Speaking of what ifs, we got Super Saiyan 2 Trunks here, which, you know, I don't think was ever a thing. I mean, we technically got the Super Trunks, you know, the middle transformation, which, you know, I'm surprised they never brought back in Budokai 3, because that seemed like a game that had the extra stuff. But like I said, I'll keep my tongue. I'll hold my tongue is what I mean to say about Budokai 3 stuff. But I think this one also, Budokai 2, is the one that has definitely aged the best, depending on what you like in the series. Just for once again, the replayability and all. I mean, I've gone on like 20 frickin' times already. We're only at the second stage here about the replayability, but that really is essentially the name of this game in particular. Which there's plenty of replayability in 3 as well, but you'll see. You'll see, folks. By the way, this is also one of my favorite stages in the entire Budokai series, just because I love the song and I love the look, the transition area. So awesome. But that's about it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to check out next week's episode and like and subscribe. But please, above all else, please remember to have a nice day. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering, it's weird. The voice lines in this game are weird as well. That's why there's no dialogue for this. And you'll notice that for a lot of other cutscenes later on. But like I said, thank you guys for watching. And please remember to have a nice day.